Hey guys, God bless. Welcome back to Twist and Shout. I'm Shar, and I'm going to share an experience with you guys. I ran across a video that brought to my remembrance that, I have saved this in my phone, but I never got around to doing it. And that's actually using the S.O.A.P method to study scripture and, just spend time with the Lord. And like I said, I ran across a young lady's video and she used it and she did it on camera. And I said, I can do that. But let me see how I feel about it. So this will be my first time doing so. And I'm sharing this moment with you guys. So if you don't know what S.O.A.P is, it just means, of course, there's the letters. I think they're called acronyms. I don't know. But S.O.A.P, which spells out SOAP, which is scripture, observation, application, and prayer. So to be honest with you guys, usually when I'm doing my husband's Bible study, for record's sake, I just put the scripture down and I don't write it out. I just put what it is. So like if it's Proverbs 20 verse 5 or something, I just put that. I don't write it out. I will put his title, and then I may come and put notes or anything that he said that stuck out to me, and that's it. And that's his note taking for his Bible studies, because he does a pretty good job, helping you comprehend and understand, where you don't feel like you have to add to, you just listen. My personal notebooks and my own personal studies, I tend to do scripture, what I got from it, like what stood out to me, and a prayer. So I was thinking to myself, you were kind of on the lines of doing the S.O.A.P method already, and that's quite interesting. And to me, that's a plus, because I feel like God is using individuals and people with different things to help people really concentrate and understand the word. And this is a really good way to do so. So again, for scripture, you have two options. You can just write the scripture. Like for this particular one, it was Psalm 63, verse 6 and 7. I chose to write that and to actually write it out. Y'all know that a lot of people learn from writing. So a good way to help remember is scripture writing. So I just went ahead and did so. I wrote the whole scripture out. Then there's observation. Observation is me, what I read, what I actually got from the word, or what it meant to me, or how did I understand it. So I just wrote out my response to that. And obviously, if you can read what I wrote, that's fine. So after observation, there is application, which means you're applying it to your life. You personally, how you can, make changes for yourself, or how you think, how you act, how you walk, and how you talk. And then there's prayer, which praying to God for direction, for understanding, for further instructions, or to just help you make a change. If it's something that, you realize, hey, this is something I don't do, something I do, something I need to do, something that will actually benefit me and my family, or whatever the case. You just pray to God, and you can thank him for the time spent with him. You can ask for further clarity, as I just mentioned. Your prayer is your prayer, but I'm assuming it's understood that the prayer is related to the actual scripture itself and the time spent with God. So that's that. But I'm gonna just give you an example of what I actually wrote. Maybe that helps someone too. Like for scripture, like I said, the scripture was Psalm 63, 6 and 7. Lie awake thinking of you, meditating on you through the night, because you are my helper. I sing for joy in the shadow of your wings. And then for observation, I put scripture seems to address present, past, and future tense. Reflect on the goodness of God. Meditate and think on deeply for an extended amount of time. God has helped me. All my help comes from the Lord. So this is where it's almost like my application and my observation kind of blend. And I would say that if you're doing this, it's not a bad thing, obviously, because it's still on paper. But I think for me, it ended up making my sections a little lengthy, and I need to actually just zoom in and say, okay, what did I understand from the word? And then how can I apply it to my life? But, they kind of blend. I would say, as you can see, I'm using a fairly small notebook, which is purposely done because this notebook, again, was for my husband's Bible study, and it was meant to just be a carrier, like in my purse, because we used to have to leave the house to make the call in and stuff, and I just want to take something light with me. But if you're like me, where you tend to empty your thoughts and everything, and you do a lot of writing, then you want to make sure you have a good size notebook. And I would say that after this, I plan on transitioning to a notebook that is a little bigger. And then even if I don't decide that, I have actually a folder with holes that you can actually apply loose leaf paper, which I think will be my best bet with this method, because it can be a little lengthy. So a pro for me is it really does help you zoom in and focus on the scripture itself. That's a plus. That is a bonus, especially with someone like me who's tend to be a little busy, a little indecisive, and a little all over the place. This kind of helps you say, look, focus on this verse. Another pro would be its structure, and you can, keep up with what you read and what you study and what you understand. That's something that I haven't done too much of in the past, is keep up what I actually read and understood. Now, a con for me is that I do extended reading. So I do like 3, 4, 5 chapters at a time. I don't see how the S.O.A.P method per se would help me with the whole reading, but maybe perhaps if I zoomed in on a couple of scriptures and then do the S.O.A.P method. But it would be a little kind of complicated to, write out the observation and application of chapters at a time, especially if the themes change or the concepts change or the context change. You get what I'm saying? So I would have to, think about that before I actually use my beyond study for that. But I would say for devotions, I think this is a great idea, because usually in the devotion itself, it tells you to pray at the end. It tells you how to apply it to your life. It's relatable. It has the text written out. So it's like already putting you on that right path. So you don't really have to do too much, but just make it personal and make it your own in your own notebook. So I think that is a great idea to further extend your study of devotions, because if you're like me, sometimes I just read them and then I put them down. Or what I've started doing is I will go in and find the scripture and then go in the Bible and further read it to make sure I have the right context. And like I said, this thing, it works. I love it. I give it a thumbs up for now. So I encourage you to at least try it. That's my thing. Like, try things. You never know, like, how it can benefit you. Like, it's nothing negative. It's nothing bad. It's for the glory of God, to help you spend time with God. So hopefully it helped you like it helped me. Tell me what you think. What's your method? Have you tried this one? Do you have some advice for me? I would love to hear from you guys. You know I love you guys. Continue to pray for me and our ministry over here, my husband and mine. Thank you so much for supporting me. Don't forget to like, share, and give a thumbs up. Love you guys. God bless. Take care. Bye.